the king learns of a kindness in a most surprising way. First, you have a short lesson from a visiting African teacher. Jambo, that is a Swahili word for low. I want to share a couple of Swahili terms that we use and that you will most certainly hear in this story. A doll is a small African homestead that has huts, a cattle kraal, and gardens. A shamba is an African garden that each family tends. The cattle, which is a measurement of wealth in tribal areas, are kept in the kraal at night so that predators, lions, and hyenas won't eat them. I hope that these terms will help you understand the story. I have a couple of other Swahili words that I would like to share with you. Rafiki, the Swahili word for friend. Mama, mother. Baba, father. Huege is the Swahili word for shame song used in African on the dollar. A long time ago, in a certain place in Africa, home in Britannia, in a small village on the shores of Lake Victoria, was about a half-day's journey from where a great king lived. In the small village was a doll, where a man named Mufaro lived with his two daughters, who were called Miranda and Nyasha. Everyone in the village around the doll agreed that Miranda and Nyasha were very beautiful. Nyasha was almost always in a bad temper. She would tease her sister whenever her father's back was turned. Sometimes around the doll, Miranda could be heard to say,
Sister Nyasha, someday I will be queen and you will be a servant in my household. You're only fit to tend the shamba? If that shall come to pass, Miranda, I will be pleased to serve you. But why do you say these things? We all know to be clever, strong, and beautiful. Why are you always so unhappy and upset? I'm tired of having every one of the dolls and out of the shambas talking about how kind you are. The people praise everything you do. I am certain Father loves you best. But when I am queen, the people look up to me and know that your silly kindness is only a weakness. I do not understand why you say these things. I know that Papa Mufaro loves us both best. So Nyasha was sad that her sister Miranda felt this way. She decided all she could do was to go about her chores around the doll and also work hard tending the shamba, the queen's garden. When Nyasha kept her own shamba, small plant of land, which she grew millet, sunflowers, yams, and vegetables. She always sang as she worked, and some said it was her singing that made her crops more bountiful than anyone else's. One day, Nyasha noticed a small garden snake resting beneath a yam vine. Jambo, good day, little Nyasha, little shamba snake. You are welcome here. You will keep away any pests who might spoil my vegetables. Nyasha, your singing brightens my day. I love hunting insects and little creatures in your shamba. Thank you for welcoming me into your garden.
Nyasha bent forward, gave little snake a loving pat on the head, and then returned to her work. From that day on, Nyasha was always at Nyasha's side when she tended her shamba. It was said that she sang even more sweetly when he was there. Mufaro knew nothing of how Miranda treated Nyasha. Nyasha was too considerate of her father's feelings to complain. Miranda was always careful to behave when Mufaro was around.
Sister Nyasha, bring father some food. You should practice being a servant in my household. Miranda, I'm tired of your singing kind way. Miranda, again, why do you say these things? I would love to bring father some food.
Daughters, my beautiful daughters, you bring me such pleasure to have such worthy and giving daughters. I
am blessed to have two such worthy and giving daughters.
Early one morning, a messenger from the city of the king arrived with great news. The royal king wanted a wife. Jambo, the most worthy and beautiful daughters are invited to appear before the king. He will then choose the most worthy and beautiful daughter to become the queen.
Daughters, come, I wish to talk to you. Did you hear what the royal messenger had to say? The king is looking for a wife, and it would be great to have one of you chosen. But, my father, it will be painful for either of us to leave you, even to be wife of the king. I am certain Nyasha would grieve to death if she were parted from you. I am strong. I can handle separation. Not so, Nyasha. So send me to the city and let poor Nyasha be happy here with you along the dollar. The king has asked for the most worthy and beautiful daughters in all the land. I am blessed to have two such giving and worthy daughters. No, Miranda, I cannot send you alone. Only a king can choose between two such worthy daughters. Both of you must go. Yes, my father. That night, when everyone was asleep, Miranda stole quietly out of the village. I have never been in the village of night before. I am frightened, but I must travel onward. I must get to the city of the king first. He must see me before Nyasha.
So it was when Miranda set out for the city. She indeed was frightened. She must certainly let her grief force her to be the first to appear before the king. In her hurry, she almost stumbled over a small boy suddenly standing in the path.
Jumbo, please, kind lady, I am so very hungry. So hungry, so hungry. Will you give me something to eat? Possibly. Wait. Possibly some millet or possibly some food for him?
No! How dare you ask me for food? I have only brought enough for myself.
But please, don't you raise crops on your shamba?
Be off with you, out of my way! Tomorrow I will be your queen. How dare you stand in my path? Make way for your new queen!
After traveling for what seemed to be a great distance, Miranda came to a small clearing. There, silhouetted against the moonlight, was an old woman seated on a large stone.
Oh, kind lady, we wish to speak to you. Jumbo, we have some very good advice to give you, Miranda. Soon after you pass this place where two paths cross, you'll see a grove of trees. They will laugh at you. You must not laugh and show respect. Later on, you'll meet a man with head tucked under his arm. Once again, show respect and be very polite to him.
How do you know my name, old woman? How dare you stand in my path? How dare you invite your future queen? You sicken me. Get out of my way.
Miranda scolded more and then rushed on without even